Hi guys, good morning. So in the last session, I have given some task for you. Are you able to complete that? So what you have learnt from those videos? So in that video, I have explained how to give the self introduction in the interview. That is the first question when you attend any interview. So I have divided the self introduction into three parts. What are those three parts? Who you are, skill set, project. So when somebody asks you, tell me about yourself, then you need to tell what is your name, how many years of experience you are having, in which company you are working. Then you need to tell what is your skill set, what are the technologies and tools you know. And the third point, currently you are working on which project, and the project description, project modules you have to explain. Then immediately they will ask a question, tell me your roles and responsibilities in the project. So as a developer, how to explain the roles and responsibilities, I have given one video. So what are the roles? Because I have seen in the many interviews, when I ask a question, tell me about your roles and responsibilities, people will say, writing the Java code is my responsibility in the project. So if you give that single line answer, the interviewer will not get satisfied. So when they ask you the roles and responsibilities, minimum 2 to 3 minutes you should be able to explain, right? Yeah. So I hope you got how to introduce about yourself and how to explain the roles and responsibilities in the interview. What are the roles and responsibilities of developers? What is the first point? You will get the requirement from the functional team. You need to analyze the requirement. Then you need to ask any questions if you have on the requirement. Then you need to go for the database design. Then Java classes you have to design. Then you will go for the development. As part of the development, you will use the debugging also, because a lot of lines of code will be available. You need to execute those lines line by line, and you need to test your code. Unit testing is also your responsibility. Then you need to integrate your code with the Git repository. All the team members' code will be available at one place. Okay. Then once your code is integrated, then you need to run the Jenkins pipeline to do the code deployment. Once code is deployed, again you need to perform integration testing. The code which is working in your system may not work once you integrate it in the Git repository, because everybody's code will be available at one place. So first you need to do the coding and you need to test it in your local system. Once you integrate the code in the Git repository, you need to deploy in the dev environment, and again you need to test that code, which is called integration testing. If you get any bugs, then you need to fix those bugs also. And your code will go for the testing environment. Testing team will test our code. They will find some bugs. SIT will happen. Then UAT will happen. If any bugs occurred in the SIT and UAT, again you need to fix those bugs. And if any new team member joined in the project, you need to provide the KT. You need to explain about your project, explain about your project database, project modules, project architecture. You need to provide the KT to those team members. And every month, at least you need to provide one training to your team members. You need to learn some latest technology, that you need to take a class for your team members in the project. And you need to talk to the manager monthly once, one-to-one meeting you have to set up, and you need to ask them, how is your performance for the project? What your manager is expecting from you, whether you are meeting his expectations or not, you need to check. As a developer, you need to follow those roles and responsibilities, because in several interviews, when I am taking the interview for my company, so many people, when I ask a question, tell me about yourself, they are not able to give the introduction properly. They are not able to explain roles and responsibilities properly. So that's why I have given two videos. So if you practice that information which I explained in the videos, then definitely you can explain about yourself properly. You can explain your roles and responsibilities also. When you watch those videos, when I give some assignment regarding the interview preparation, it is not like only watching the video, right? When you are watching that video, you need to prepare some notes also, because every time you can't watch that video. One time you will watch the video. Once you complete the watching, whatever the points I have explained, you make a note of those points. Then you read that points which is available in your notebook. Once it is completed, then take your mobile and take a selfie video. Use your front camera and you explain about yourself in that video. Then you explain your roles and responsibilities in that video. Then you watch your video, you will understand the difference between my explanation and your explanation. How is your communication? How confident you are? What is your voice confidence levels when you are explaining? If you do that practice in your mobile 5 to 6 times, then only you can explain properly in the interview. So if you just watch my video, you will not get that. You need to watch that video. You need to note down the points. Then you need to explain that in your mobile. You record your video. Then after that, you watch your video. Then you will understand how you are good in that explanation. 1 time, 2 times, if you practice, you will not get the perfection. Minimum 5 to 6 times you have to record your video. Then you will get the perfection and you will get the correct flow to answer in the interview. How many of you tried that? You just watched your video. Did you record your video? You tried. Able to explain. So today, after the class is completed, I want to see how many times you are going to record it. After today's class completed, minimum 5 times you have to record your video about self-introduction. Everybody having a smartphone, front cam is there. Switch on your camera, record those 2 concepts, self-introduction, roles and responsibilities. If you are not good in those 2 questions, your interview will be completed in 5 minutes of time. Those are the first questions they will ask in the interview. If you are not able to satisfy them with your answer, will they continue your interview? No. Within 5 minutes, your interview will be completed. You will be rejected in that interview. So that's why you have to practice. So today, after class is completed, 11 o'clock, 11 to 12:30, 1.5 hour gap. In that 1.5 hour gap, I want to see your selfie videos for those 2 questions. Okay. So by 12:30, I will come down and I will see everybody mobile. How many times you have recorded? In the institute only, you have to record that. That will give you the perfection. You don't need to upload that anywhere. You just use it for your reference only. Are you clear? Good. Then, have you seen Eclipse shortcuts video? Any use of that video? Any use of that video? What is the shortcut to import the statements? Control-Shift-O. It is going to show you the import statements. How to see all the methods available in the class? Control-O. How to get the return type of a method? Control-1. How to generate setters and getters? Control-Shift-E, Alt-Shift, Control-Shift-S-R. How to generate the toString method? Control-Shift-SS. Okay, how to search for a file? Control-R, Control-Shift-R. If you want, suppose in my project there are 1,000 classes available. I want to open one class called user.do.java. I will not go to the packages to search where the class is available. Simply I will use Control-Shift-R. It will open that. Okay. Then how to add the comment? Slash, comment, uncomment, multi-line comments, Control-Shift/, forward slash and backward slash. Okay. So these shortcuts are very, very, very important for the developers. So if you know those shortcuts, you can write more code in the less time. The way that you write the code will become very speed when you use those shortcuts, guys. Next one. You have seen debugging. What is debugging? What is debugging? Debugging is the process of executing the program line by line. Debugging is the process of executing the program line by line. Why we need to debug our code? Why we need to debug our code? To understand execution flow of a program. To understand execution flow of a program. Right. So with the debugging, you can understand the code easily. You can understand the execution flow. You can understand where is the problem available. You can fix the problems also. As a developer, everybody should use the debugging technique. What is a drop to frame? I have started a method execution. I came to the middle of the method, but I did not understand what happened previously. I want to restart the method. What is a variable palette in the debugging? When the program is executing, variable values also I need to modify. So the best practice, when I give some videos, so if you watch these videos, definitely they will be helpful for you only to get the more confidence. So now you realize. So those 4 concepts you have gone through the videos. Self-learning you are doing. Now, so you feel, is there any use or there is no use? Use is there or use is not there? For you or for me? For you, you will get lot of confidence. You will learn the new, because everything teaching in the class is not possible. Because if I want to teach all these concepts now, it will take lot of time. So that is the reason I'm giving you some shortcut videos, the videos which will help you for your interview preparation. Okay. And next one, today's concept, today's assignment, as I told you, you need to record these 2 topics in your mobile after the class is completed. After this is completed, the next task for you is related to logical programming. Okay. So here regular class will happen. Spring Boot class will happen for 1.5 hours. You need to practice the Spring Boot concepts. Apart from that, you need to do some extra work also as a assignment. How good you are in the logical programming? Are you good in the logical programming? How to reverse a string? How many ways we can reverse a string? How to remove duplicate characters in the string? Can you write the logics for that? And can you identify, suppose if I am giving one string like this, okay, I'm giving a string like this, programming, okay, can you identify occurrence of each character in the string? Can you find occurrence of each character? Occurrence means how many times P occurred, how many times R occurred, how many times O occurred, that you need to write it. And in one of the interview, they asked me a question. So when I go for a Deloitte interview, they asked this question, Deloitte is available. Can you write a program? How many times each character occurred? How many times D occurred? 1 time. How many times E occurred? 2 times. L occurred? 1 time. O occurred? 1 time. I occurred 1 time. T occurred 2 times. E occurred 2 times. That's fine. So like this, you need to write the logic for that. This is one program. And the second program, they asked me, whatever the Deloitte is available, in that you need to replace a character with its occurrence. So T is a character, Deloitte is a string they have given, T is the character they have given. So the output should be Deloitte T occurred 1 time, occurred 2 times, E. So replace a character with its occurrence in the given string. So these are the logical questions they will ask in the interview. And they may ask a question. I'm going to give you one unsorted array. I'm going to give you one unsorted array without using sort method. Can you sort ones and zeros in the array? I'm going to give you one unsorted array. Can you sort the array by using logic, not with the method? Okay. And they will ask you, so these are my array elements. Can you identify second maximum element and second minimum element in the array? Not a max and min. Second max, second min. How many of you can write the logic? Max min is easy. Second max, second min, you need to use your brain. So these are the logical questions they will ask in the interview. So in the interview process, first question, self-introduction. Second question, roles and responsibilities. Third question, explain about your project. Fourth question, what are the challenges you have faced in the project? After these 4 questions are completed, they will check your logical skills, how good you are in the programming. Okay. Most of the logical questions will come from arrays, strings, stream API in the Java 8. I have some employees. Can you write a logic to filter the employees who are having the salary greater than 1 lakh? Filter methods, map methods will be available in the stream API. So mainly in these 3 areas, they will ask the logical questions for you. Okay, you need to be good in the logics also. After these are completed, then they will go for the technical questions. If you are not good in the logic writing, technical interview will not happen. Are you clear? Good. So here I have given one video in our channel, top 10 programs related to string. Let me show you that. I want you to complete those 10 programs by tomorrow. Okay, let me find out. Top 10 programs related to strings. I uploaded one video on that part. Yeah, this video you have seen. Tell me about yourself. Let me find out that. somewhere. Top 10 string programs. Yeah. So this is 1.5 hour video. In that video, I have explained 10 programs along with the logics also. What is the program? How to write the logic for that program. So go through this video. So you can see top 10 logical programs on the strings. These are the coding challenges. So what are the 10 programs I have explained? How to reverse a string, how to remove duplicate characters, how to reverse each word in the string, how to find character occurrence, okay, how to find a non-repeated character in the string, and the next one, replace character with occurrence, Deloitte example, find the longest substring without repeated characters, sort the string characters, then remove white spaces in the string and remove special characters in the string. These are the 10 logical questions on the strings. Very, very, very important for the interview, as well as once you go through these 10 programs, your thought process will change. When you get some problem, when you get some logical question, how to think, how to apply the logic to solve that problem, I have explained in these videos. Okay, 10 programs, including the logic also I have explained. I want you to complete these 10 programs by tomorrow, and you need to practice those programs in your IDE, and I will check whether you practice those 10 programs or not. It's not just like watching the video. After you watch, after 1 day, 2 days, you will forget. You need to write a book for that. So maintain one notebook. Whatever the video you watch, note down. That notes will help you to revise the concept once again in the future. Are you able to follow me? So like this, every day I will give you some task for you. You have to attend the class. Whatever I am explaining in the class, you have to practice. Apart from that, for your skills improvement, some assignments I am going to give you. Okay. So there are 1,000 videos available in the Ashok IT. In those 1,000 videos, 500 videos are very, very, very helpful for you to crack the interviews. But as we are giving those videos for free of cost, people will not watch. So now if I ask those 10 programs, so I think 90% of the people cannot write the logics for all those 10 programs who are attending the class today. But they will not watch that video because it is free of cost. And if I conduct one batch, Java logical programming 2,000 rupees, 100 people will join for that batch. In that batch, again, I will explain the same programs. I will get the money, business. That is the student mindset. If anything is available for free of cost, people will not realize the value of that resource. So if I conduct one batch at 11 o'clock, Java logical programming by Mr. Ashok, 2,000 rupees fees, 30 days course duration. Minimum 100 people will join for that batch. I'm sure. But those 30 programs, if I explain and if I upload in the YouTube, people will not watch for that. True or false? Why? Negligency. People don't know importance of that. When you pay the money, then you will feel that pain, then you will learn. As I'm giving for free of cost, you will not know the value of that concept. And if you see, it is already proven. It is already proven because I have conducted Docker workshop. The Docker workshop videos I have uploaded in our channel. Okay. So I think so 3 months back or somewhere, I have conducted Docker workshop. If you see Docker videos, I have uploaded 3 videos. So the Docker tool I have explained in 6 hours of time. 2 hours plus 2.5 hours, 4.5 hours plus 1.5 hour. 6 hours I have taken the class on the Docker. So exactly 5 months back, I think so, these videos I have uploaded. Now, after uploading these videos also, I conducted one weekend workshop on the Docker for 1,000 rupees. 134 people joined for the Docker class. What we explain in that? Same concept. 150 people, 134 people joined for the Docker. Fees is 1,500. 2 days weekend workshop. Saturday, Sunday. 134 multiplied by 1,500. That is our business. If we give same concept, if I upload in the YouTube also, people are not watching. If we conduct a paid batch, people are coming and paying the money. Yeah, workshops. So highest batch for me, Jenkins workshop I conducted, I think 950 or 1000 people joined for the Jenkins workshop, free workshop. Jenkins also is there. I think 2 hours, 3 hours workshop is there on the Jenkins. After uploading these 3 videos for free of cost also, I conducted a paid batch for the Docker because I have to pay the institute rents also, right? We have to do the business. So when after these videos available also, people join for the course. Now you see how lazy people are. Self-learning skill is not there for the people. Self-learning skills are not there for the people. That's why these many institutes are running, these many faculties are running, are living their life because people are lazy. People don't realize to do the learning on their own. Always student is dependent on the institute. Student is dependent on the faculty. For faculty, money is required. For student, subject is required. The same subject what you are getting from the faculty available for free of cost also in the internet. If you spend your time, if you research something, if you try to learn the things on your own, everything you can learn on your own. You just need to know the path. That's it. You got it? Yeah. So realize, I told you, I'm not only teaching the Spring Boot for you, I will make you self-learner. I will make you independent programmer. Tomorrow, once you go to the job, you should not struggle. You should not struggle to do your job in the company. That is the main agenda of this course, guys. Okay, good. So now you realize after watching these 4 videos, what you have learned. So maybe you spent at least 1 hour. For those 4 concepts, you will spend 1 hour. Lot of things which are important for you. And now, next video, string coding challenges. Okay, so as I have shown you, 10 programs are there. By tomorrow, you have to complete those 10 programs. I want to see in your laptop also because I have very bad experience with the people. If we give some assignment, they will not do that. That's why I will verify also. It's not like giving the task. I will check whether you are doing that task or not. And today, you need to record your videos for self-introduction, for roles and responsibilities. You have to show me by afternoon. Once it is completed, then work on the logical programming. Today, 5 programs. Tomorrow, 5 programs. So day after tomorrow, I will check the 10 programs you have implemented in your IDE or not. Yes. That for real time, what logics we are going to implement, that I can't tell you because in the real time, every day new requirement will be available. Okay. So in the project batch, we are going to cover those logics. So what type of task you are going to get, how to analyze that task, how to develop, how to test, what kind of problems will come, how to overcome those problems, how to participate in the meeting, how to discuss with the team members, how to discuss with the manager, how to apply for the leave. If your task is not completed on time, how to communicate with the team members, how to communicate with the team lead, how to take the help from the team members. All these things we are going to cover in the project batch. Project means real time, how the person will work in the company. Same thing we will do in the project. So if you see in my project batch last 1 month, Linux completed, AWS completed. Now they can set up project infrastructure in the cloud platform. Anybody attending the project course? 7 a.m. No. You are attending? I think recently you started. Anybody attending from last 1 month?
Yes, sir.
You're attending? No,
Yes,
you're
sir.
not attending. Who is attending the project batch? Online students are attending. I think so.
Yes, sir. I'm attending.
Yeah, you are attending, madam. So what is the benefit you got from the last, what you learned from last 1 month? Can you type in the chat box so that offline people also can read your chat? 1 month classes completed for the project batch, morning 7 a.m. In the last 1 month, I have explained Linux topics for them because Linux is very important for the real time. If you want to work in the real time, Linux is mandatory. And cloud infrastructure. Servers we are not going to set up in the Windows. So we are going to do everything in the Linux by using AWS cloud. So for the Java people, Linux and AWS also required. I have explained those topics in the last 1 month of time. And from tomorrow also, Java project batch is starting, same batch. We are restarting from tomorrow at 7 a.m. That is an online batch. Okay. So the Linux AWS already completed, right? I will take another Linux AWS class for the new people who are going to join from tomorrow. If anybody want to get the real project development, okay, if you want to develop one project on your own, if you want to use the tools like Docker, Kubernetes, Jenkins, GitHub, Maven, SonarCube, Nexus, Swagger, Postman, Kafka, Redis, all 20 plus tools we are going to cover in the project batch. 2 mini projects we will develop, one major project with the e-commerce domain like Flipkart, Amazon, Myntra, such kind of project we are going to develop by using Spring Boot microservices and Angular. Front end with Angular, back end with Boot microservices. Angular is free of cost for the people who are coming to the project batch. We will teach Angular for free of cost. 1 month or 45 days Angular course we are giving for free of cost, because for major project development, you need to be strong in the Angular, front end, back end. Got it? Yes.
Sir, then from tomorrow onwards, is able to join my
Yeah, tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. the demo is available for the Java real-time project development. If you go to the website,
okay.
Sorry?
Link, sir.
Link is available in the website. So this is the Zoom link. So who are interested to attend for that Zoom link I'm sharing in the chat box. You can register, you will get the updates. In that batch, 20 tools will be covered. Linux will be covered. AWS will be covered. 2 mini projects, one e-commerce major project development I am going to cover. So the Zoom link I have shared in the chat box for online people. Offline people, go to Ashok IT website, training schedules, online training available. When you go to the online training, you can see Java real-time project tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. IST. This is the Zoom link. Okay. If you click on this Zoom link, then you can join for that class tomorrow. It is an online batch now. Okay. Good. So please attend. You will understand how the project development will happen. And the people who are going for interviews and who want to survive, who want to go with the experience, that course is very, very, very important. Got it? Yep.
Tomorrow's batch we can attend.
Yes, sir.
A couple of demo batches. And
yes, sir. Tomorrow, day after tomorrow, you can attend the demo session. 2 days you can attend the demo. From Monday, tools we are going to start.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Yep.
Just one thing. So for the Java real-time project,
yeah,
first we need to know about the Angular, right?
No, sir. When you are coming for the Java real-time project, Angular is not a prerequisite. I told you, Angular will give free of cost. Evening, after the project batch is started, after 1 week or 10 days of time, Angular batch will start for the project people in the evening time. Another faculty will take the Angular classes. Angular trainer will take the Angular batch. You no need to pay the fees for that. If you want to learn the Angular separately, it is 5,000 or 6,000. But if you join for the project, you can get that course for free of cost. Okay.
But sir, just one more thing. Sir, for the evening classes, as I am a working employee.
Yeah, tell me.
Can we have a recording?
Yes, sir. For the Angular also, you will get the recorded videos.
Yeah, okay. So thank you then.
Yep. Good.
Sir, who are eligible for Java real-time project, sir?
If you who are eligible for Java real-time project, who are eligible for Spring Boot microservices, all those people are eligible for the Java real-time project.
Actually,
Fresher also can join. Experienced people also can join. Who want to go with the fake experience, those also can join for the project. So the project means if you know core Java and advanced Java, you can join. So parallelly, 3 courses: Java real-time project, Spring Boot microservices, evening, Angular will be available. 3 courses you will join parallelly, no problem. Because in the Java real-time project, first 1 month, we will work on the tools only. In that 1 month, our Spring Boot will be completed. Okay, the major part of the Spring Boot will be completed in 1 month of time. Angular, you can learn parallelly. Major project development will come after 3 months of time. By that time, your Angular course also will be completed. Okay, you can join these 3 courses parallelly.
Yeah, okay, sir. Thank you.
What is the fee for JRTB, sir?
JRTP fees is 9,000 rupees.
All right.
Currently, offline is not there, sir. It is online.
What would be the duration, sir?
3 to 4 months of time. Project will take 3 to 4 months of time.
Okay. The minimum version would be Java 8, is it?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Currently online. If you are coming for offline, then I can come, no problem. How many of you interested for offline? So we'll see that. If more people are there for offline, then I can come for offline. I don't have any problem. For 1 or 2 days you attend in the online, then we will see. Okay, demos only, right? You can join in the online tomorrow. You can come to institute, you can attend from here also. No issue. If anybody coming from long, if you attend in the online, again you need to come here by 9:30, right? So you come by 7 o'clock here, you attend the JRTP in the online, then you will have 1 hour break for breakfast. Then you can come for the Spring Boot class also. And you don't miss the JRTP. Next JRTP will come after 4 months of time. My next JRTP, Java real-time project will come after 4 months of time. Okay. So if you want to learn the project development, you join for that now, so that your time will be saved. And I will tell you another reason. If you go for the JRTP, you are going to learn 20 tools. You are going to learn Linux. You are going to learn AWS. You are going to learn Angular. And you are going to develop 2 mini projects. And you are going to develop 1 major project. Okay. Sir, in the other institute, Java project is 6,000 only. Why it is 9,000 here? In the other institute, for Angular, they will charge separate 5,000. For AWS, they will charge separate 5,000. For project, they will charge 6,000. Total 16,000. All these things we are giving for 9,000. So if you compare other institute, our institute project price, our price is 9,000, their price is 6,000. The reason, Angular is separate course, AWS is separate course there. Here, all the things you are getting as one course, Java project for 9,000 rupees.
Sir, here full stack we paid, sir. In that
Yeah,
only
full
it
stack
is
people,
included.
JRTP Spring Boot is free of cost. Who are from Ashoka IT Java full stack development, for them, Spring Boot Microservices, Java real-time project is free. They are part of the full stack, right? For them, project SBMS is included in the full stack. No need to pay separately.
Thank you, sir. Sir, one request, Ashok, sir,
1 minute, sir.
actually.
Let me complete. Yeah. Tell me.
Nothing, sir. Actually, I'm really inspired by, because I am also struggling a lot due to don't know about the tools and all things. But here I joined like 1 week before only. But I got one idea to do. I want to do some work on my own like that. I'm thinking. So it is really helpful. Please understand my feeling, sir. Just to how we want to stand up in job on my end only. I need to complete everything. What and all things is required, please update and let me know, sir. Why no one is explaining like this, so only I'm requesting you.
Sure, madam. Give me just 3 months of time, then you can do your job on your own in the company.
Thanks a lot, sir.
Sure, good.
Sir,
Hello,
what
sir.
what
Yeah.
would be the domain for this project?
E-commerce domain, sir. What we are going to develop in the project, what is our major project development, right? That major project also I have given in the video. This is the project we are going to develop in our course. Okay. Our e-commerce project development will be this one. You can see a project like this. You can search for the products. You can search for the products based on the category. You can search the products and you can add the product to the cart. How you are doing online shopping, same project we are going to develop. So products will be displayed. Currently in the cart, there are no products available. Whatever the product you want to purchase, click on add to cart. When you click on add to cart, cart will be updated. See here, add to cart. I added one product to the cart. Cart price, cart items are updated. You can add one more product. 2 items available in the cart. This is the total price. Add to cart. One more item is added to the cart. Click on that cart. When you click on the cart, cart items will display. You can increase the quantity. You can decrease the quantity. You can remove the products from the cart. Once you have completed all these things, then you can go to proceed to checkout. When you click on proceed to checkout, it will ask you to enter the data, enter your address details and all. Once you click on purchase, payment gateway will open where you can do the payment. Once the payment is completed, your order will be confirmed. Once your order is confirmed, you can log in into the application and you can check what is your order. Now you see, once order is confirmed, order tracking ID will be generated. You can log in into the application and you can see what all the orders you placed and you can track the order like this. So this is the project we are going to develop from the scratch. End to end we are going to develop in the class. back end with the Spring Boot, front end with the Angular. So some people don't know Angular. That's why we are teaching Angular as part of the course. Angular complete course we are going to deliver.
Yeah, so it is a kind of distributed application because the e-commerce website is
Back.
interacting with the payment gateway, right, sir?
Hello, sir.
1 minute, sir.
Sorry to join.
I will give time for
No need
offline
to
doubts.
join
1 minute. Yeah.
AWS.
Sorry. Can you come? Can you come again? Can you
Excuse
come
me,
again,
sir.
sir? What are the doubts?
Sir, I
Uh,
have recently joined in JRTP from
Yeah,
Easy to Topic.
you can join from tomorrow.
Yes, sir. So can I join in new JRTP?
Yes.
Yeah, yes. Thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yep.
Sir, we can manage both the courses simultaneously.
Yes, sir. You can manage.
But I think, sir, after 2 months Spring Boot, then we can understand JRTP.
No problem, sir. I told you in the JRTP, first 1 month tools only. By the time Spring Boot will be completed. Spring Boot and
Okay.
JRTP you can attend parallelly.
Okay.
No problem. Okay.
And Angular, you will not teach, no, sir? The
Separate
faculty.
trainer for Angular, sir. Another
Okay.
trainer for Angular.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Because evening I have my DevOps batches, so I can't take the Angular class now. In the
Okay.
major project, I will implement front end by using Angular.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah. I hope online people, all the doubts
Sir,
are
at
cleared.
what time?
Which one?
Sir, I am not getting the daily videos uploaded. I am seeing the old videos in my profile.
Kaushal, I will talk to you today, sir. I will check with the admin team. What is the issue?
Sure, sure. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Online students, any other question?
Sir, at what time Angular batch will be? In the
Angular
evening?
batch will be in the evening. Evening around 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. it will be available. We will update before 1 week when the batch is going to start. Who are part of JRTP, they will
Thank
get
you.
Angular for free of cost.
Sir, when will Spring Boot topics will going to start, sir?
Spring Boot topics from tomorrow.
Okay, sir.
Sorry, sir. You can do that. Yeah. Sorry, sir. Your voice is breaking, Imtiaz.
Okay.
No. Please type in the chat box. Your voice is breaking, sir.
Okay.
Any other question for online people? I have given the Zoom link. Please register if you want to attend the Java project batch from tomorrow. Zoom link I have given in the chat box. Okay. Yeah. Offline students, any doubts regarding the project? Yes, you have some doubt? One by one. Any doubts for first row? Any doubts for the project? You don't want to go as a full stack developer. Why? But companies are looking for full stack developers. If you apply only as a backend, you will not get more calls from the companies. Your opportunities will be reduced, right? You are part of full stack development course now. Who told you? Who told you to learn only backend? No, man. Nowadays, for freshers also, they're asking full stack. Not only for experience, even freshers also should know full stack. You should know backend, you should know front end. If you learn only backend, out of 100 companies, 1 or 2 companies will call you for the interview. Okay, you have to learn the full stack.
But sir, we can
Online students, please wait. Yeah.
always.
7:30. Sir, the problem is If I take a class at 7:30 to 9, I have to take the class. Then I have to take my breakfast and I have to come to class by 9:30 here. I have to travel from there to here. Na? So that's why 7 to 8:30 class I will take in the online. 1 hour I will get ready. I will take my breakfast. I will come to the institute. Half an hour is not sufficient for me. Okay. So 7 o'clock we have to start. Yeah. Next. Anyone? It is a free of cost, sir. How to work with AWS, how to use the AWS. I will tell you from the, you no need to pay single rupee also. I will tell you how to create a free account in the AWS cloud, how to practice also. If you get some bill also, you no need to pay that bill amount. You can make the bill as a 0 in the AWS. Today morning only I explained in the class. If somebody get the bill in the AWS, how to make it as 0. Today morning only I have taken the class. I will upload that video also in the YouTube. AWS free of cost, you can learn. Yep. Because without knowing that Linux and AWS cloud concepts, you will not feel that you are working in the real-time project. Right.
But the credit card is required, sir, or debit card will be sufficient?
1 minute. Sorry?
Credit card is required or debit card will be enough for registration? Because on GCP I tried earlier.
HTML, CSS is a basic. In the real time, project will be developed by using Angular or React. Those are required. So Angular is mandatory. First, you will take the Angular course from 0 to till complete Angular course you will learn. Then we will use that Angular in the project. Okay. Yeah, for AWS, credit card or debit card is sufficient. Yes. Any other questions? No questions? Yeah, last row. Any questions? No. Okay, good. Fine, guys. So,
Hello, sir.
I am very famous in the market because of that Java project batches only. So I have started teaching the Java project batches from 2017. We started teaching the projects. At that time, I was in other institute. So I used to teach the Java real-time projects at that time. That's where we became famous in the market because everybody is teaching the course, but we are teaching the project also. How to implement a project, where to use multi-threading in the project, how to handle exceptions in the project, how to handle security in the project, how to deploy the project in the AWS cloud, how to do the log monitoring, how the real-time logs we can monitor, how you will get the task, how to analyze that task, how to think, how to design, develop, test, deploy, deliver. So complete end-to-end flow we are going to see. Yep. Any other questions? So if you attend,
how many months it will take, sir, to complete
project
it?
course will take 3 to 4 months of time.
Okay.
3 months, topics will take 1 month, implementation will be there. Live coding we need to do completely from the scratch now. So whatever the project I have shown you in the video, that project you will develop on your own.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
The same
Hello,
project you can keep in the resume also to attend the interview. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, in Angular batch, they will teach 1 week HTML, CSS, like JavaScript.
No, sir. They will teach a TypeScript, then they will teach Angular.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Who is interested for that? Don't miss this batch because next batch will come after 4 months of time.
I registered, sir.
Yeah. So I have given the Zoom link in the chat box. Please go through that.
I have seen your Spring Security. I watched that video. You explained it very well, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Sir, should I talk with admin team to shift me to the next batch of JRT? Like
So you
tomorrow's
no need to shift, madam. The same batch. New people also will join in the same batch. Na? You no need to shift. It's a rescheduled batch, right? You will be in the same batch. You no need to ask anyone.
Okay, sir. Thank
Whenever
you.
the link is changed, you are going to get in the portal. That's it. Yep.
Sir, from tomorrow you will start Spring Boot and Microservices new batch.
Sorry?
From tomorrow you will start Spring Boot and Microservices new
Yes,
batch.
sir. Yes, same time. Our Spring core basics completed, right? We will start the Spring Boot.
Okay. New person will be added in this batch, no?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Guys, I have given the link for strings coding challenges. I want you to practice these things by tomorrow. Okay, good. Yesterday, we are implementing one project. We stopped in the middle because you have not completed the task, right? Now, let me complete that task now. So I have taken 4 classes, 4 Spring Beans available. We are managing those classes. How to manage, this is the requirement. How to manage those classes here. I created all the 4 classes and I configured them as the Spring Beans also. I created 4 classes. I configured them as the Spring Beans also. Now, when I run this program as a Java application, starting from the main method, objects are created, but it is failing. It is giving null pointer exception. Why it is giving null pointer exception? Because when I call the target bean method, it is calling the dependent method. Dependent object is injected or dependent object is not injected. Injected or not injected? Not injected. Why not injected? Because we have not configured dependency injection. Now, if I want to inject the dependent objects, either I should write a constructor or I should write the setter method. I want to go for setter injection. Okay, how to perform this setter injection? First, how to write the setter methods? Alt Shift S R. Okay, select these things, only setters, select only setters, generate. Now, for all these 3 variables, setter methods got generated. Set password service, set DAO, set email service. Okay, if you write setter methods manually, there is a chance of doing the mistake in the method name. So don't write manually. So use the shortcut, Alt Shift SR, select setters, click on generate. Fine. So with this, setter methods are available. But did I configure property tag to perform setter injection? How to configure setter injection in the project? By using property tag. Now, so tell me the syntax. Property name, variable name, and ref. Which object you want to inject? How many dependents available? 3 dependents available. So 3 property tags I have to write. Property name, ref, name, ref. Now, name, variable name, password service, take the name here. And next one, user DAO, take the name. And next one, email service, take the name. Right, reference. So I want to call setter method of this variable by injecting password service object. Take this PWD and use it as a ref. Then user DAO is available. Take the DAO and inject here. Email service is available. Take this reference, inject here. So with this configuration, IOC container will perform dependency injection. IOC container will manage our objects. IOC container will perform dependency injection also. All right. Let's test this application now. Run as Java application. Yes. All the objects are created. Password is encrypted. Record saved in the database. Email also sent successfully. Can I run this program in the debug mode now? Can I run in the debug mode? Yes. How to do the debugging? Keep a breakpoint now. Line number 11. There is a breakpoint available. Right click. Debug as Java application. Okay. Now go to this one. It is waiting because there is a breakpoint. Whenever the breakpoint is available, thread will stop its execution. Thread will stop its execution. How to continue? F6. Go to the next line. Taking time. That is a proof to say that lot of code is executing in the background to start the IOC container. My IOC container started. We can say that objects are created. Constructors are executed. Nothing but IOC container creating the objects for the classes. This is called IOC container performing eager loading. What is the meaning of that? Eager loading. What is the meaning of eager loading? Whenever IOC container starts, immediately it is creating the objects for the bean classes. What is the meaning of bean class? What is the meaning of bean class? What is the meaning of bean class? The Java class, which is managed by IOC container, is called as a bean class. Now in the interview, they will ask a question. They will ask a question. When the bean object will be created? What is the meaning of bean, man? What is the meaning of bean? The Java class, which is managed by IOC container, is called as a bean. When the object will be created for the bean? When the IOC container starts. So here, object is creating when I call getBean method. Object is creating when the IOC started. When the IOC started, object is creating. Eager loading or lazy loading? Eager loading. That means first it is creating the objects, keeping ready. When you call getBean method, it will give you the object which is already created. Lazy loading means it will not create the object immediately. When you call getBean method, then only object will be created. That is called lazy loading concept. IOC will perform both eager loading as well as lazy loading also. But by default, what is happening? Eager loading is happening. I don't want to create the objects immediately because in my project, 1 lakh classes available. Whenever IOC starts, objects creating for the 1 lakh classes immediately, I don't want that. Hey IOC, you perform lazy loading. When I call getBean method, then only you create the object. That also you can perform. Some configuration changes we have to do. But by default, it is performing eager loading. So this is the proof. Let me show you once again. Right click, debug as Java application. So when I start the project in the debug mode, so it started from the main method, line number 11, breakpoint is available, waiting. That green color will tell you that line is ready for execution, but not executed. If you press F6, that line will execute. So it is taking time. It is taking time because why it is taking time? What is the reason it is taking the time for that line, one line execution? Load the XML, validate the XML, read the XML, load the classes, create the objects, perform the dependence. All those things will happen in this single line of code. So read the XML, validate the XML, load the classes, create the objects, perform the dependency injection. But do you know what is that logic? Why? That is a predefined class. That is the framework logic. Because reading the XML, validating the XML, loading the classes, creating the objects, only my project requirement, every Spring project requirement. Every Spring project requirement. Can I say it is a common logic now? Can I say it is a common logic now? Yes, it is a common logic. Who is providing the common logics? Spring framework. What is the benefit of the Spring framework now? Common logics they will provide. You write only business logic, then you can complete the project. So instead of writing 100 lines of code, we are writing 1 line of code here. Instead of writing 100 lines of code, we are writing 1 line. The 99 lines are providing by the Spring framework. So that is the advantage with the framework concept. Framework is a semi-developed software which will provide common logics required for application development. Are you clear? Right. Now that IOC container started, class loaded from the XML, objects got created, dependency injection also completed. Then line number 13, waiting for the execution because there is a breakpoint. How to execute that line? Now suppose for example, what I am doing here, context.getBean. So context.getBean, is it our method or Spring framework method? I want to see what is there in that method also. F5. Now that is the predefined method. Again, they are calling one more method, F5. Like this, you can debug the framework classes also to understand internals of the framework. Okay. Now F6. Now, so this is the logic which is executed and returning object for us. They're creating the object or they're returning the object. Creating or giving the object directly? Giving object directly. Why? Object already created. When that object is created, when the IOC started, then only object is created. When you call getBean method, it is just giving the object for you. That line is executed. F6. Now, line number 14. It is my method. I want to go inside the method to see what is the logic in the method. How to go inside the method? F5. Now see, Program is executing line by line, and you can understand the execution flow. That is the power of debugging. Okay, now you keep your cursor on the variable. Yesterday we got null value, but today that variable is a null variable, or that variable holding the object. Who injected that object? IOC container. That is called dependency injection. How IOC performed dependency injection? Using property tag. That means IOC container called setter method of this class and injected password service object into this variable. Setter injection completed. Can I go inside that encrypt method also? How? What is the logic? Nothing. Just one SOP statement available. F6. Okay. Password encryption completed. I got the output. Then come out. F6. Then again, I'm calling davo.save method. How to go inside that? If I press F6, what will happen? I will go to 33 line. I want to see what is the logic of the save method. I want to see the logic of the save method. I don't want to just execute. I want to see the logic and I want to execute line by line. Here you have two options, F5, F6. If I press F5, I will go inside the save method of the DAO. If I press F6, I will go to line number 33 directly. I want to go inside to see the logic. F5. Now, what is the logic in the save method? One SOP statement. Then F6. Come out from that. DAO logic is completed. Then 33 line number. Send email. Go inside that method. F5. What is the logic? No, just SOP. F6. Finally, I came back to end of the method. Okay, but I want to re-execute the method again because I have executed this method. Logic is completed, but I did not understand where is the problem in the method. Then what I need to do? What is the meaning of drop to frame? Restart the same method. Restart the same method. Our target to identify where is the problem. Until we understand the problem, I will re-execute the same method again and again. That is called drop to frame. F6. Finally, method is completed. Once this method is completed, end of the main method. When I go for end of the main method, my program will be terminated. F5. Program execution got completed. So this debugging technique is very, very, very important, guys. So whenever you are doing the programming, definitely you need to run your program in the debug mode only. Then you will understand the flow and you will understand where is the problem. Are you clear? Good. So how many of you not able to complete this requirement? Anybody not able to complete this requirement? So this is the configuration. Simple. I created 4 classes as beans, email class, password class, user DAO, user service. All the 4 classes I'm configuring as a Spring Beans. As per the diagram, my user service should talk to password service, should talk to DAO, should talk to email service also. So all these 3 beans I'm injecting into my user service. How we are doing that? Like this. So this is my target. These 3 are my dependents. Now you check it, whether your configuration is correct or not. Today we are doing with the XML. From tomorrow, Spring Boot will start. No XML. Everything with the Java configuration and annotation. This is outdated approach. Nobody will follow this approach in the industry. Order is not important, sir. You can configure that here also. No issue. Order is not important. Okay, good. So we are able to configure 3 beans. For example, now I will change the requirement. Now, the service class also, we are not going to take directly. For the service, there will be one more class available, which is called user controller. Okay, there is one more class available, which is called user controller. Controller is going to take care of the request and response. Now, who is the dependent? Who is the target? Correct. Now, from the UI, this is our UI application. From the UI, request will come to the controller. Controller will talk to service, user service. User service will talk to password service. User service will talk to user DAO. User service will talk to email service also. How to change our configuration now? User service, correct. User controller is our first target. Then user controller dependent on the user service. User service is dependent on the password service, user DAO, email service. Like this, in a project, so many classes will be available and one class is dependent on the another class. Now, controller is dependent on the user service. User service dependent on the password service, dependent on the user DAO, dependent on the email service. Are you clear? Now, can we complete this diagram implementation? I have completed up to this part. User controller we need to create and user service we need to inject into user controller. That will be completed. Yes or no? Yes. Let's go here. And user service is having one method called user registration method. That, yeah, create one class with a name called user controller class. Now, how to make this? What we need here? Private user service. User service. Then I will write one method, public void register. Public void register. It will call user service dot user registration. Now let me write one constructor. Let me write one constructor. Can I go for constructor injection now? Yes. How to do the constructor injection now? User service, user service. Then I will write this dot user service is equal to user service. Now I will say system dot out dot println user controller constructor executed. User controller constructor got executed. Now look at the dependency. Controller is available. Controller is talking to service. That means service object we need to inject into the controller. What type of dependency injection? What type of dependency injection? Constructor injection. What is the meaning of constructor injection? Injecting dependent object into target object using target class parameterized constructor. Inject the dependent object into target object using target class parameterized constructor is called constructor injection. Can we do that now? Yeah. Go to beans.xml. Here, let me configure one bean. Bean ID is equal to controller. Okay. Class is equal to in dot ashok id dot beans dot user controller. Yeah. Class name user controller. What is the dependency for the user controller? What is the tag now? Property or constructor? Constructor hyphen arg tag. Okay. Then what is this? Name. Name is equal to property name, which is user service. Ref is equal to what? Same, user service. Property name and bean ID both are same. So I will use the same thing. If you are getting confused, then I can use user service. Service. I can give like this. Any ID you can give. That should be unique. That's it. Now, okay. So with this, we are taking password, DAO, email. All these things I'm injecting into user service. And user service I'm injecting into user service. U service, right? Correct. U service. Perfect. So these are the three beans. These are three beans I injected into user service bean. User service bean I'm injecting into user controller bean. Controller is dependent on the service. That's why service injected to controller. And that service talking to password, DAO, email. Those are three beans injected into user service. This is called managing the classes and managing the dependencies among the classes. One class is dependent on the another class. That class is dependent on the other three classes. Tomorrow, my DAO will be working with some other classes also. This DAO can have one more dependency. Email service will have one more dependency. Password service will have one like this. so many classes will be available in the project. Are you clear? Good. Now we need to call which method? Target method. What is our main target here? UI application will talk to controller class method. So go to our logic, test class. Now I need to get which bean object, service bean or controller bean? Controller is the entry point, right? So for the backend application, controller is the entry point. So can you tell me how to get the controller object now? Context data, get bean. What is the bean name? User controller dot class. User controller dot class. What is the return type? How to get the return type of a method? Control plus one plus enter. Directly stored into local variable. That's fine. I got the bean object. What is the meaning of bean? The class which is managed by IOC container is called as bean object. Bean dot register. Controller method I am calling. Can I run this program in the debug mode now? Bean dot register. What will happen? Service dot registration. Service bean will be injected. So first test it, working or not. Run as Java application. Why? Not required. That's optional, right? That's optional. So whenever you have a controller, my parameter is constructor available. Zero constructor is optional because in the configuration, I'm telling to call the constructor with the parameter. So directly it will call parameterized constructor only. Okay. So zero param constructor optional here. Right. Now, so with this, we are able to run the application, keep a breakpoint, right click, debug as Java application. Yes, it started. Waiting. Line number 11. What is line number 11? IOC container F5 or F6. F6. It is taking time. Load the XML, create the object, manage the dependencies, perform the dependency injection. Finally, IOC object got created. It returned the reference of the IOC. Context.get bean. Get the user controller object. I got the controller object. Controller dot register. Go inside that method. Now, user service. Service object injected. Service object not injected. Service object is injected. Service object is not injected. Service object injected. Service object injected. Go inside that method. My service is talking to password F6. Okay. Then DAO F6. Then email service F6. Finally completed. Okay. Come back. My main method is completed. My program will be terminated. So we are able to perform dependency injection for this requirement. We are able to create these classes. We are able to configure them as a Spring Beans. We are starting IOC container performing the dependency injection. From today, let us say bye-bye to this XML. From tomorrow, we will not see this XML because it is outdated concept. From tomorrow, we are going to use the Spring Boot. Spring Boot will not support for the XML. Everything is annotation based. Everything is annotation based from tomorrow onwards. Are you clear? So I hope you got the clarity on what is IOC container and what is dependency injection. Okay. So today, let me summarize what we have learnt so far in our classes. Okay. So in our classes, we discussed about a concept called what is the purpose of core Java. We mainly discussed about programming languages versus technologies versus frameworks. So you are a Java developer. You started your Java career. You started your journey with the Java from core Java, right? Core Java is our starting step. Core Java is a programming language. Java is a programming language. Syntaxes, fundamentals will be available. By using that, we can develop standalone application. After that, we go for technology like JDBC, Servlet, JSP. Using them, we can develop web application. We can communicate with the database. But if you use only technology, lot of code we need to write. That's why we go for framework. So what is framework? What is framework? Framework is a semi-developed software. Framework is a semi-developed software. Hello, sir. What happened? So we discussed about what is framework. What is a framework? Framework is a semi-developed software which will provide common logics for the project development. You use the common logic, you write the business logic, and you develop the project. Then we discussed about the difference between Struts framework versus Hibernate framework versus Spring framework. Struts is a web framework. By using Struts, we can develop only controllers. Then after that, Hibernate, ORM, only for database. So two frameworks we need to use to develop one project. That's why Spring came into picture. What is the advantage with the Spring? It is called application development framework. It is called application development framework. The entire project can be developed by using Spring framework. Okay, we discussed about Spring introduction. Spring is free and Spring is open source framework and Spring is loosely coupled framework and Spring latest version 6.x under the license of VMware company. And advantages with the Spring. Spring is not a single framework. Spring is developed in modular fashion. Spring is developed in the modular fashion. We have seen the modules of the Spring. We have seen architecture of the Spring framework. There are several modules available in the Spring. Can you tell me the names of those modules? Core module, context module, AOP, DAO, ORM, WebMVC, security, batch, data, cloud, REST, AOP, like that. There are 20 plus modules available in the Spring framework. We have seen Spring modules overview. What is the purpose of core module? Why we need to go for the core module? Okay. What is context? What is DAO? What is ORM? What is MVC? What is REST, security, data JPA, cloud, batch? The overview of the modules also we understood. Then we started our discussion related to Spring core module. What is the purpose of Spring core module? What is the purpose of Spring core module? Spring core module is the base module of the Spring framework. It is providing fundamental concepts of the Spring framework. Those are IOC and DI. Those are called IOC and DI. What is IOC? IOC stands for inversion of control. What is the role of IOC in our project? IOC is going to manage our classes and will perform dependency injection. IOC container is responsible to manage our classes and perform dependency injection. What is dependency injection? What is dependency injection? The process of creating the dependent object and inject into target object is called dependency injection. Create one class object and inject into another class object is called dependency injection. How many ways we are doing the dependency injection now? 2 ways. From tomorrow, we will do in 3 ways. Till today, we know 2 ways, setter and constructor. Tomorrow, we will see field injection also. Total in 3 ways, we can perform the dependency injection. What is the meaning of setter injection? Injecting the dependent object into target object by using target class setter method is called setter injection. What is a constructor injection? Injecting dependent class object into target class object by using target class constructor is called as constructor injection. So this is very basic knowledge that we got related to Spring framework from couple of classes. From last few days, we are working on these concepts only. This is what I have covered in the last, when our batch started? Start date?
July.
31st July.
10th July, sir.
10th July. Yeah, I think
Yes.
already 2 weeks got completed. So in these 2 weeks, what we have learned? In the 2 weeks of time, we have learned these fundamental concepts of the Spring framework. So you got the idea, what is the Spring? What is IOC container? What is dependency injection? How IOC will manage our classes? What is a setter injection? What is constructor injection? From tomorrow, new journey, new phase in our course, that is Spring Boot. That is the most important phase in this course, the most important topic. The rest of the 2.5 months of time or 3 months of time, we are going to work on Spring Boot. So from tomorrow, we are going to start with Spring Boot. Got it? Yep. So to understand the Spring Boot, these are the fundamental concepts. IOC container, dependency injection, bean classes, setter injection. Same things again we are going to do in the Spring Boot also. When I go for Spring Boot, again classes will be available. Dependency injection, IOC container, setter, constructor, everything will be there. The only difference, XML will not be available. Annotations will be available. Okay, good. Any questions, anybody?
Yeah, hello.
Guys, first, let me go with offline students' doubts. Yeah. What is the?
Sir, I have...
Online students, give me 2 minutes of time, please. Yes. What do you have to learn? I will cover all those modules in the Spring Boot. AOP we will learn. Okay. We are going to learn data JPA, WebMVC, REST, cloud, security, batch. All the modules we are going to learn with the help of Spring Boot. Okay. Yeah. Sorry, no? Yes. Yeah, Java XML combination we are going to use. In the Spring Boot, Java-based configuration will be there. Annotation-based configuration will be there. Only XML will not be there. We will use both approaches. I will teach you. Yeah.
And sir, this just
Kaushal, 1 minute.
Sure.
Which method you want to call? That is your target class. Okay, you are a programmer, right? When you are developing the classes, you will understand what is the entry point for your program, from where the request will come. From that class, which classes you want to call. That is your target. You will understand it. Okay. Yeah. Any other question, offline students? No. Okay. So from tomorrow, yes, sir. That is the reason I covered this, right? So with this knowledge, you can learn Spring Boot. Without this, you can't go for Spring Boot, right? Without knowing IOC, DI, how can you learn the Spring Boot? So that is the reason directly I have not yet started the Spring Boot for you. 2 weeks of time, I am giving the basics of the Spring. With this knowledge, you can easily understand the Spring Boot from tomorrow. Otherwise, from the day one, if I start the Spring Boot, by this time Spring Boot will be completed. But I have not started the Spring Boot because I want to teach you the fundamentals to understand the Spring Boot. This knowledge is sufficient to learn the Spring Boot. This is sufficient. Is sufficient. Okay. You are getting confused. Spring Boot Microservices course, you will learn the only backend. If you go for the project, you will learn the front end and you will develop the full stack project. Okay. Now you can tell, but you have time now. You are a fresher, you are a student, you learn the full stack. That will be advantage for you. Why you want to reduce your opportunities? So even if you are experienced, you need to know full stack development. So that is the trend in the market. If a full stack developer getting 10 calls per day, backend developer will get only 1 or 2 calls. So that is a market strategy now. Yeah. Online students, any questions, anyone?
Yeah.
So, sir, this during this learning journey, we will be covering kind of XML to JSON conversion and vice versa.
Yes, sir. I will teach those things also.
Yeah.